This is Cyn Valentine. Back today again with a new episode. Today's episode, I want to talk about Cyn Santana. If that's her name, we're just going to call it Cyn. Cyn's statement that says, "Black guys cater to us Spanish girls especially." And I believe her. Oh, I believe her 100%. I want to break down this sentence, right? I'm going to break it down. She said that black guys cater to us Spanish girls especially. Now, if you break this down, she's saying basically that black men cater to Spanish women just because they're Spanish. That's how I interpret it. That they get catered to more by black men because they're Spanish. Especially. So almost saying they get catered, that Spanish women get catered to by black men more than any other race of women. Now, who are these other races of women that Spanish women get catered to more than? So think about it. If black men cater to these Spanish women just because they're Spanish, and she said especially to Spanish women, that basically you're almost saying that Spanish women get catered to by black men more than any other race of women, and that they're getting catered to by black men just because they're Spanish. And I believe her. I've just seen so many situations with black men, with some black men. It's not all black men. With some black men that they would just put, and this is okay. So a couple examples. I remember I used to listen to this one group of men. I'm not gonna say who they were, and I heard them talking. It was a group of black men, and one said he said, "I want to be with a woman that when I'm with her, no one knows what race she is. She looks so mixed with different races that you don't know what she is." He said, "I want to be with a chick like that." So you understand the gravity of hearing something like that as a young black girl. Hearing this from a group of black men. Now, granted, I only heard him say this in the group, but I didn't hear any other men say, "Well, that's you, but I like, black women." And what I concluded, because these group of black men were dealing mainly with black women, I concluded that what he was saying probably was the idea that most of those black men in that group felt. And that those black men in that group were just messing around with the black women that they were messing around with because those women were in the neighborhood with them. See, most people mess around with people who are convenient. So you would see people mess around with hood rats. You would see people mess around with thugs, cardies, felons, and dope boys because that's who's in their environment. And it's oversaturated with these kind of people, especially in black community. It can definitely be if it's a poor all black area. So it's oversaturation of certain people. That's just my opinion. And so people end up dating what's convenient. So when he made this comment that he said, "I want to be with a chick when I'm in the mall or when I'm with her, other guys can't tell what race she is." This is a black man saying this. So he's essentially saying that being with just an old black woman, just a woman that's all black, that you can tell what she is, that's not good enough for him. Oh, no. That's small potatoes. Who the hell want to be with just a black woman? I want to be with a woman that's just mixed with so much stuff. You don't know what the hell she look like. So these are what you would call, in their opinion, the exotic looking chicks, which I have a video saying, oh, black women aren't exotic. Black women, to me, nothing could be more exotic than a black woman. We're beautiful, right? Brown skin, the curly hair, the dark eyes, the full lip. I mean, we were beautiful. But this is my thing with some black men. I can understand them saying, "I'm open to all races of women." I can get that because we're all human, right? There's beauty in all races. We're actually we're all one race, the human race, but it's different types of humans, right? But what I don't understand is that they can like everybody but a person that's their complexion. Haven't you noticed that with some black men? They would say all the complexions of women, different races of women they like are different complexions, but none will be their complexion. I remember a guy telling me he was dark skinned and he told me that he liked light skinned black women and Hispanic women. This is what he told me. Okay. But yet he was dark skinned. So what I didn't understand was, first of all, why are you telling a black woman that you only like light skinned black women when there's other complexions of black women? And you're dating only the lighter spectrum of the black woman. And then Hispanic women who most of them are rather light. Not all of them are super light, but they're, I guess generally speaking, they're light. So, and I know you have the Afro Latino and like Amar La Negra. I think I'm saying her name right. If I didn't, I apologize. She's Afro-Latina. I know you have the different, how you have with the white Latina and Afro-Latina. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about, look, I don't want to get into the what percentage of African they have. I just want to talk about the basic, the ones like Cyn and Erica Mena. Those are the ones I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the ones who are more the Afro-Latina. I'm not talking about them. The ones that look like Cyn, them are the ones right there that the black men, I believe her, will put on a pedestal and drink her bath water. Okay, but a black woman that's like, I just don't get why they like everybody but women their own complexion. That's what I've been trying to figure out. So when she came out with this, I wasn't shocked, but what I would love to hear is a statement like this from black women that says, Asian men cater to us black girls especially, or white guys cater to us black girls especially, or Asian guys cater to us black girls especially. Now, you will have black women who date outside their race and have been, and who are currently or have been treated really good by other races of men. But this is the kicker though. Being a black woman, I just don't know a race of man that just targets us. Like, you see how black men, it's kind of known worldwide that black men have this thing for white women. Not all black men. Let me take this back. Some black men have a thing for white women. Or they have a thing for a woman who's just not their race and they just go berserk and just crazy and goo-goo-eyed over them. This is kind of known. But I don't know no other race of men that is known for having a weakness for black women, like known, what I'm saying? I think they all have a weakness for us, but I'm saying, and I think you all know what I mean, a weakness where their women know that if a black woman wanted him, they would drop them like a bad habit, that they fantasize about black women, that they like, how black men will make songs saying, I think it was a song from Kanye West saying, it was either from 50 Cent or Kanye West. They made in one of their songs, they said, you're gonna mess around, he's gonna go get himself a white chick. I don't know, and you all can quote me if I'm wrong. I don't know any other race of men who've made a song telling that, let's say an Asian guy made a song saying you're gonna mess around, he's gonna get himself a black woman. Or a white guy making a song, you're gonna mess around and this is to the white guy, to the white woman, you're gonna mess around and he's gonna dump you and get himself a black woman. Like, black men, some black men seems to be the only race of men that keep bashing their women, and even in music, and threatening them for leaving them for white women or Hispanic women or whatever the race. And black women seem to be the only race of women that have to put up with this. And I'm gonna take it a step further. You all know I currently don't have kids, but I told my boyfriend, I confessed something to him. I said one of the reasons why I think I don't want kids, I'm not gonna have kids out of wedlock, period. But even if I was married, and even if I get married and everything's fine, the man says he's gonna provide, the marriage is going good, I told him honestly, I said, I don't think I want to have kids, and especially a daughter, because she's going to be black and I do not want her to suffer the way I have had to suffer and how other black women have suffered and are currently suffering. It's that deep for me that I would rather at this point adopt than to bring a daughter. I think I can handle having a son. As long as I teach him how to be a good provider, make money, respect himself, care about his health, be a upstanding gentleman, I think he would be okay. If he pulled over by the cops, don't keep your hands on the steering wheel. I think I can work with him. My daughter, I would be so protective over my daughter, and I'm afraid that one of these monsters are going to get a hold of her and destroy her fucking self-esteem, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to repair it. I'm really worried, because if I have her in an all black community, the thugs, Cardis, and even if I tell her to stay away from certain dudes, just her being cursed out for no reason, she's gonna have to deal with that. But I'm not gonna have my daughter in that kind of environment, so that's not even an option. So she's gonna be in a middle class to upper class environment. I'm gonna make sure of that. And unfortunately, For some reason, the middle class and upper class environments usually are not majority black. I don't know why. I know it's some of them that are majority black. If you all can name some in the comment section, I think it's one in Maryland that's mostly black. I think it's obviously one in Atlanta, a section that's mostly black, that's upper, class or rich. But I want to see more black communities that are majority black, that are middle class to upper class. That's what I want to see. So most likely if this community is middle class to upper class, it's going to be probably not majority black. And then she will have to deal with maybe trying to fit in. Well, she's not going to look like everybody else. She's going to look like a black woman, a beautiful black woman. So I'm going to have to keep still building up her self-esteem and say, you don't have to do this to fit in. You be yourself. You don't have to change your hair. You don't have to want to get a nose job or want to get your lips changed or want to get gray contacts or hate your complexion and all that. I'm going to have to still build her self-esteem up, because there is a such thing as racism. So I think she still would be safer in that environment, but I'm disappointed that it's not more middle class to upper class, all black environments to where she can truly be herself, but be safe and around positive black people. That's what I want for my daughter. I don't want to have a daughter to where she gotta hear shit like this, that black guys cater to us Spanish girls especially. I'm sorry, black guys should be catering to black women especially. And I don't understand this. And now this is a catch-22, because Cyn was saying, Puerto Rican men are too controlling and all that, and too emotional. But you notice that she did not say that Puerto Rican men did not cater to her. Now, I will say maybe they don't cater to her the way she wants them to, because she looks like them. See, this is the thing with some black men. They like other races of women because they just like the fact these women look different than them. They like that they look different than them. And that makes me think, well, do black men like how they look? Do they have an issue with the way they look? Okay. And then my thing is, why would you not want to be with a woman that looks like you, to where the kids can come out like you? Now, I know what you all gonna say. The black men are gonna say the reason why some of us especially cater to Spanish girls is because of their attitude. Black women have a stank attitude. I know where this is going. This is my thing. Do some black women have a stank attitude? Yeah, some of them do. Just like some black men have a stank attitude. The ones that curse me out, if you listen to my other video of me coming out the gas station, some of them have the same nasty attitude. Okay? So don't date those. But as far as Spanish girls, aren't Spanish girls known for being sassy? Look at Erica Mena. Oh, she can hang with some of the best black women I've seen with her mouth. Oh, she got a lot of fucking mouth on her. And I went to mostly Hispanic high school. You're forgetting who you're talking to. Spanish women are not pushovers. They're not super docile. I like their culture a lot. They're hardworking. Like, they're not, I don't know what are they talking about? Spanish women are very sassy, and not all of them, but when I say sassy in a good way. To me, they speak up for themselves. They don't take no shit. Same like black women. So I'm not seeing much of a difference, but let black men tell it is a difference. I'm gonna tell you the difference is. I think the difference is in how they look. I've heard black men brag about dating Spanish chicks. I've heard them. Okay? You know Teddy off of Black Ink? I remember he was on a Breakfast Club and he was talking about his ex-girlfriend. Now, no one knew what race this girl was. And he said, yeah, you know how Spanish chicks are. He wanted to let people know that he prefers Spanish chicks. Like some black men, they take pride in dating women outside their race. And they feel they are ranked higher. I heard O'Shea Duke Jackson say this. And he wasn't talking about Spanish chicks. He was talking about white women. He said in Africa, he said a lot of the white women who are married to Africans in Africa, these white women are some of the most ugliest white women he's ever seen. And that those particular white women, they can't get men over in their country, so they come to Africa. And he said if you have a white woman over in Africa, if an African man has a white woman, he's automatically ranked higher in the village or in the community. This is what O'Shea Duke Jackson said. Okay, I'm not making this up. Now, I didn't say every black man puts Spanish chicks on a pedestal. I never said that. But look, she said black guys cater to us Spanish girls especially. So especially just basically means, okay, they cater to Spanish women more than other races of women. And that they cater to Spanish women just because they're Spanish. I want somebody to cater to us black women just because we're black for a change. And so back to me not wanting to have a daughter. I don't want her to have to, I mean, it's one thing for my daughter to go out in the world, if I was to have a daughter, and her to not feel beautiful because other races of men don't like how she looks because she doesn't look like them. That's fine to me. I can explain that to her. Well, they want women that look like them. But how do I explain to my daughter that black guys cater to Spanish girls especially, and black guys cater to white girls especially, and black guys cater to Asian girls especially? How do I explain that to her? What am I going to say to her when she asks me, why don't black guys cater to black women?